After the whole world got to finally see the leaked sparring footage between Devin Haney and Tank Davis, Errol the True Spence comes out and he don't hold his tongue. He let everybody know how he feels about the situation, plus how he feels about Ryan Garcia being on his team, trained by Derrick James, and how he feels about Tank Davis and Devin Haney in the whole situation. We're going to talk about all of it in this video, but before we do that, make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed, and let's cook. So we know that Errol Spence, he ain't really been vocal about anything that had to do with boxing. He kind of been keeping to himself. He ain't been posting anything really, and he just popped up. And we've been seeing him really doing what he said he was going to do in the last press conference that we heard from Errol Spence. And a lot of people probably forgot. But one thing he said he was going to do is he said he was going to give back to his community more. That's what he was going to focus on. And he's been doing exactly that. Going out, speaking to the youth, helping the youth in the gym. And that's what we've been seeing Errol Spence do. But one thing we have seen is EJ, he's got in good shape. He's been training again. And he ready. He ready to get back in the ring. I don't know when he coming back. I don't know who he gonna fight. We pretty much know it probably won't be Bud Crawford, but whoever it is, expect EJ to be ready. He looked like his mind right, and he focused, and he just staying away from all of the BS. You know what I'm talking about? But with the hottest topic in boxing going on right now, with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney and Tank Davis, of course, he right in the mix. Errol Spence, everybody want to know how he feel about the situation. Everybody want to know who he rocking with. Is he rocking with Ryan Garcia? Is he rocking with Devin Haney? Is he still rocking with Tank Davis because him and Tank was close at one point in time? And he didn't hold his tongue at all, letting everybody know his stance on this whole situation and all these shenanigans going on between these three fighters. You know what I'm talking about? He letting everybody know his stance. Now, the main thing that a lot of people want to know, was he team Ryan Garcia because him and Ryan are both trained by Derrick James? And he ain't hold his tongue at all. He didn't hold his tongue at all, letting everybody know, I'm team me. You know what I'm talking about? And more people want to know, is he rocking with Devin Haney or is he rocking with Tank? And when it comes to Tank and Frank Martin, of course, we know that he's rocking with his fighter, but is he still rocking with Tank? And he let everybody know, I'm team me. If you ain't with me, if your name ain't Frank Martin, I ain't rocking with you. That's basically what EJ was saying with this tweet that I'm going to put up and let y'all see. You know what I'm saying? That spoke volumes. And one thing about Errol Spence and Ryan Garcia that I got to say, because Ryan was publicly letting everybody know that he was rocking with Errol Spence when it came to the fight between EJ and Bud Crawford. He was letting everybody know, I'm rocking with my teammate Errol Spence. A lot of people feel that EJ should give Ryan Garcia that same love back when he fighting Devin Haney. But EJ, nah, he ain't on that. And he letting everybody know that he wasn't feeling what Ryan Garcia daddy had to say about Bill Haney. Because we all heard Ryan Garcia dad say that Bill Haney got a nappy hair or whatever. And a lot of people felt that was racist. Now, I ain't really take it that way. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't really take it that way because Bill Haney, he walk around with his hair all wild. And I think that's pretty much what Ryan Garcia daddy was saying. I never really have taken Ryan nor his family as racist. But the smart thing is to turn this into a racial issue, right? Because we know the biggest fights in boxing, when it get racial, the Mexican fan base is going to jump on that shit. And the Mexican fan base, a lot of them don't really support Ryan Garcia. So if Ryan could get the Mexican fan base rocking with him against Devin Haney, and if they got to make it a racial thing to do it, well, hey, money is money. Get that bag. Make the fight as big as you can make it. But EJ, Errol Spence, he wasn't rocking with that shit, and he let it be known. My hair nappy just like Bill Haney's hair. Yeah. Basically said, I look just like Bill. We got the same complexion and we got the same type of hair. So Ryan Garcia, if this how your daddy feel, I ain't rocking with it. Y'all coming around me because we know they got the same trainer. So yeah, they all know each other. They see each other. So EJ let them know how he feel about him. Don't come around me with that bullshit, because if this how you think behind closed doors, I'm not rocking with y'all. Now, of course, EJ didn't say all of that, but this is my take on the little that he did say. He letting everybody know how he feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So don't come around me if this is how y'all talking behind closed doors. But like I said, honestly, I don't think that Ryan Garcia is no racist. Matter of fact, I know that Ryan Garcia ain't no racist, and I don't think his family is. You know, I can smell a racist. I just don't think that, I don't get that vibe from Ryan Garcia's family. And I could be wrong, but I just don't get that vibe. But yeah, EJ was straight to the point. I'm not rocking with none of them. You know, I'm rocking with Frank Martin and myself, and that's it. And I think that EJ, man, he just fed up with all of the BS that go on in boxing. He don't want to kick it with none of these fighters. He don't want to hang out, none of that. He just want to separate himself from all of this shit completely. You know what I'm talking about? But he also came out and he says, this shit fake. And what he was talking about when he said that, because a lot of people was trying to figure out what he was talking about. He was talking about Ryan Garcia dropping that sparring footage. He said this shit fake because in the past, Errol Spence has let it be known that he not rocking with people dropping and leaking sparring footage. You know, he old school. He got an old school mentality, right? You don't talk about sparring and you don't leak sparring footage. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how he feel about it. Like, you don't really get too deep into sparring. We've heard Errol Spence say a little bit about things in sparring, like when he said that he whooped on Jose Benavidez and, you know, things like that. But other than that, EJ don't never talk about sparring. And we sure ain't never seen no sparring footage leaked with Errol Spence. So he ain't really down with that. So that's why he was like, man, this shit fake. All of this shit that all of these fighters is doing now is fake. And I'm not rocking with it. And he made it plain and simple. Now, I don't like, you know, sparring footage getting edited and leaked, but we all seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it was edited. I would love to see all of the sparring footage because I ain't really feeling them putting out just the edited version. You know what I'm saying? And then not putting out the rest. And that's for everybody that does that. That's for everybody that be doing that. If you gonna put out some sparring footage, put out all of it. If it's 15 minutes, 13 minutes, 10 minutes, put out all of it. You know what I'm talking about? Don't just put out the part that fits your narrative. Now, we all did see Tank was putting them hands on that boy. He beat that boy. Everybody know he beat that boy. He ragdolled that boy and he beat that boy again. Yeah, he'll put hands on that boy. You know what I'm saying? But Devin was 16 because it was 2015 when this took place and Tank was 20. I want to see what they do inside the ring today. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what they do inside the ring today. You can't keep talking that shit back and forth and not fight. Now they got to fight. If Devin get past Ryan Garcia and Tank get past Frank Martin, oh, they got to fight. Because if they don't fight, they both pussy. You know what I'm talking about? If they don't fight next. They both got to get off their high horse, negotiate, and both come to some type of agreement in the middle. Real talk. Now, this is probably the biggest fight in boxing now that sparring footage came out. Everybody talking about it. And I'm going to let y'all know, this Devin and Ryan Garcia fight, this going to be big. And I want to see if, you know, Errol Spence gonna show up to this fight because EJ, he haven't shown up to no fights since his fight. He ain't shown up to no fight since his fight. So he didn't even go to the Jermell Charlo fight or Jamal Charlo fight. So I want to see if he gonna show up to this Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. And we know if he don't show up to Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, we know that we gonna see him in June when Tank fight for sure. But you know, Errol Spence, he let it be known he not feeling none of this shit and he ain't rocking with none of these niggas. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit my like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed, and y'all already know how I do. Diego talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.
Ride on, ride. Top let down. Weaving through the crowd with the bass up loud, just slide.